I'm Todd Grisham, and what a stunning venue. It is the one and only Grand Theater. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Rocky Marciano. He's 5'10" tall, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever live. Undefeated. He'll face this man, Joe Louis. He's 6'2" tall, 181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the business.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
He is Rocky Marciano, 201 pounds of pure terror. This man is an absolute machine. Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber. His fight against Matt Schmeling, one of the most important fights in the history of this fine sport.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is a Hall of Fame legend from Brockton, Massachusetts, a Ring Magazine world champion, and an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brockton blockbuster, Rocky Marciano. Fighting out of the blue corner, an iconic longtime world champion who defended his title for a record of 12 years, introducing a heavyweight champion of the world, the one and only Brown Bomber, Joe Louis.
Welcome inside this unique environment, a beautiful theater, ready for a fist fight.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight in.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That hook was off target. He threw a punch and just got countered. Looking to land the hook. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. The first time these two met, Marciano knocked Joe Louis out of the ring in the 7th round. Of course, Joe Louis never fought again.
Round 7 had him down. Round 8, the fight was over, and it was bittersweet. Marciano couldn't win for winning. And Louis, you just saw that should happen. Now these guys are doing it again. Louis is a little older. Marciano has that Suzy Q. That's the shot. It's called the Suzy Q. That's his shot. Will he be able to land it again? He's done it once. He knows how to find it. He knows Louis to slow down. He's done it once. He'll definitely do it second time. But what will Louis be able to do? Will he be able to turn back time and pull it out of the bag? We don't know, but this is one of those fights.
It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Just get your... I don't want you to load up. And don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
But he's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Good work, Louis. Think.
Good work. Keep him on the end of your jab.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about your fight.
That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up. Great.
Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart.
Back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots, yeah?
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
Don't let him back into the fight.
Tired. He's not getting back up. Good work at that kid. That jab's looking nice.
Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. Nice stop, but that won't score.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice defense on that jab. Oh, Joe Louis just got caught. The Brown Bomber goes to the canvas. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get your time already. The right one's beautiful. I said, start with stick it.
Nice round, good round. I like it. I'm happy. Good man.
Good work. He was thinking. He was
Too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
and don't get carried away. Think about the fights and remember what you do. Good work. Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots. Keep smart.
Beautiful. That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there.
Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
You were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still letting your power shots. Good work.
He'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Good job.
Do. Good work. Don't be looking at
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
You're doing good, kid. You're doing good. Same again. Don't change too much.
And there's the bell to start the round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Well done with that counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Missing with the hook. That counterpunch caught him clean. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
I'd like to see more jabs. It all comes down to what you can do on the inside.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
I love it. I love it. That jab slick.
Now, I don't want you to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot.
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Hey, he's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
You were thinking, you were smart. You weren't loading up, but you were still letting your power.
Just thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power.
About the defense on the end of what you do. Good work. Just keep.
Remember what we do. Good work. Just stay focused.
Beautiful. That's it. Start sticking.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action.
There's 1-2 straight down the middle. Can't
Kid, you're doing good. Same again. Don't change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will.
They ring the bell, and here we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on there. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? The jab slightly off target. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. They are not going to let this one go to the judges.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Good round. You feel good? You were thinking? You were
just the same again. Don't change too much yet. Keep doing what.
Don't forget the jab. Don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end of what you
need to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got to be smart. Otherwise,
but you'll take him out. He's too tired. He's not getting back.
Good work. He was thinking. He was smart. He weren't loading up.
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Think about the defense and remember what we do. Good work.
Round. Just Keep him on the end of your jab.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
Start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up. Great work.
Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These two fighters are made for one another. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen.
Joe Louis in trouble. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Beautiful counter shot. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Great round. Great round. Now relax. Relax.
Just stick a few body shots in there.
Like, don't give them no free shots, yeah? Don't be looking at for one shot at a time.
Working nice. 1, 2 straight down. No, you can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let back into the fight. Great man. Just stay focused.
Don't forget the jabs. Don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end.
Just the same again. Don't change too much yet. Keep doing
One shot at a time. Set him up. But you'll take him out. He's too tired.
Wait to load up. Don't be looking there for one shot at a time. Set him up.
You're getting your time in already. That right hand's beautiful.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action.
Now ride it out.
Great work. Good work at that kid. That jab's looking nice.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter shot. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Both men step back for just a moment. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The Brown Bomber in some trouble. Oh, and Joe Louis is hurt. He is hurt. Keeping the... And you knew this was coming. They're going to take a knee.
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
And that jab just missed with the left hand. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Missed him with that uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You're doing good.
See it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him.
Doing. The gaps will appear. You stay focused with it.
That's it. Start just sticking a few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so you can't figure it out. Great. The jab's working nice. Go 1-2 straight down mid.
That's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up.
Back into the fight. Great one. Just stay focused.
Looking nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can miss him.
Just the same again. Don't change too much yet. Keep doing what you do.
Great round. Don't be looking.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
He's not getting back up. You were thinking, you were smart. You weren't loading up, but you still letting your power.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Marciano allowing his opponent to come to him. The Brown Bomber in some trouble. One of the all-time greats, Joe Louis, is down. Wow, let's take another look at that.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
They need to turn this around halfway through. The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make. Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then he'll try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Needs to put, it looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Great work. I love it. I love it. That jab's slick.
So just keep him on the end of his jab.
Change too much. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Or just stick a few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so you can't figure it out. Great. The jab's working nice. There's 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great.
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can miss him. Great.
Just stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Great round. You stay focused now.
You're getting your timing already. The right hand's beautiful. That's it.
Keep him on the end of your jab. You're getting your timing already.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action.
Carry it up. Great work. You were thinking, you were smart. You weren't loading up.
And there's the bell to start the round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They hit like... Oh, Joe Louis just got caught. He takes a step. Joe Louis in trouble. The Hall of Famer Joe Louis is down. Lincoln, you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I need to see that again.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it. So he's back up again, but he's got to think about his personal safety and future here, doesn't he, Johnny?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once, you got away with it, you can do it again. What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Oh, and Joe Louis is hurt. He is hurt. As we enter the final 10 seconds here. Oh, Joe Louis just got the Brown Bomber. Couldn't take anymore. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice in that last round.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
Cool. So I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Don't be looking at the one.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away.
Tired. He's not getting back up. Just keep him on the end of your jab.
Now, don't want you to load up. Don't be looking at for one shot at a time. Set him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go. But you've got to be smart.
Doing good, kid. You're doing good. Same again. Don't change too much.
Just the same again. Don't change too much yet.
You stay focused now. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shot.
Good work. You was thinking. You was smart. You weren't loading up, but you still...
Those 1-2 straight down the middle. You can...
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
Great round. You stay focused now. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Just missing with the right uppercut. His stamina is off the charts. Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful,
The Brown Bomber in some trouble. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Couldn't land that jab. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. He knew that punch was coming and still couldn't do anything about it. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this.
Jump all over.
And there's the bell to start the round. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That hook won't score. You'd like to see more jabs. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point. Nice exchange here from both men.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That left uppercut doesn't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your...
Just the same again. Don't change too much yet.
You're still letting your power shots. Good work.
They ring the bell, and here we go. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
The courage on display here is incredible. Rocky Marciano, few have been better. One of the greatest of all time.
This can be so frustrating when you remember such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. Both men step back for just a moment.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Joe Louis in trouble. And Joe Louis is hurt. He is big, heavy shots, and Louis is down. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
I've got to see that again.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.